So when you go and look for your slides, it'll be in your members account along with all the recordings today, which will be 2 recordings and then 4 recordings on Monday. This is a huge behemoth of a class when you think about it. We have to break it down to 6, 7 different 2-hour recordings. It's like a minute. Okay. Okay, let's get started. I hit the record button so that I didn't forget. Welcome everybody to the much anticipated day trading mini class. This thing came about in a strange way, and I'll explain in a second. But first of all, I want to welcome everybody. It's going to be a long day today. I don't know how I'm going to get all this material in 4 hours. I don't mind going longer. I'll go as long as you guys want. Okay, I've got the office manager here with me, so if I've got to eat, I'll just send her out for coffee and food, and I'll keep going until the last person's fallen asleep. Before we go any further, I have to go into the disclaimer that just says we're giving out education, not advice. Please read all the disclaimers here and on our website. By participating in today's session, you are agreeing to them. If you don't agree with them, you should log out and contact the office, and they'll try to get whatever problem you have straightened out. But other than that, welcome, guys. This is the start of 2 days, 7 recordings, at least 11 hours of instruction. Okay. When you think about it, I know a couple people said, well, this is kind of expensive for a mini class, not compared to anyone else in this industry. Plus, when you think about it, this is way cheaper than any Netflix. When you think about the number of hours, it's cheaper than going to a movie theater for sure. So let's get going. And the session is being recorded. You guys can access it. It's going to be broken down into 2-hour segments. A, for the technology to be able to work as well as possible. B, if there is a broken link, I only have to re-record 2 hours instead of possibly a 4-hour session or 8-hour session. So other than that, let's get going. We're going to cover a couple of housekeeping topics real quick, and then we're going to go at a fast pace. Now, the reason for this mini class is real simple. I couldn't even believe it ended up being a mini class. I couldn't believe it was a pot class, but a lot of people asked for a class on day trading. And so I threw it into the pot class, and we had it on August 17th. And from there, the graph you see is what we ended up with. At the end of the class, it was a tough day of trading because it was the day the Fed was releasing interest rate statements. Hold on 1 second. Let me just send a text out to everybody because one person or more has audio problems. Okay. Okay, now, if the slides should be in your members account under a specific folder for this class. If you can't find them, email the class. They'll help you find it. They put it in at the last second, so I didn't have a chance to go and see where they're hanging out at. Anyhow, back to this. We ended up with this graph at the end of the day. We made some money, and it was a tough day trading, and probably the worst possible day to pick to have a pot day trading class. But I figured, well, it can go either way. we we can end up turning it into a nightmare, and that in itself is a great lesson of how difficult it is to trade when the Fed releases its minutes, which it's going to be doing this week, or